Hello, Johnson family. This is my weekly update on things happening at the company and what we're doing to get through this unprecedented crisis while helping our employees. You'll notice that, we're still Corona casual here with our skeleton crew in the office. And I did shave my Corona beard. I didn't like it. So today is basically 3 weeks since this thing took off like a wildfire, but it feels to me more like 3 years. It's just an incredibly difficult time. So these are times that really require us to band together as a family and help each other. So I'm incredibly proud of the cordiality and compassion, one of our core values that I've seen in the company, with people really going above and beyond to help each other out, which is a great thing to see. So let's talk about how this is impacting the company. So we had a fairly normal March, finishing about even with last year, and there were some actually really bright spots in March. So we were very excited about that. Unfortunately, April and May are looking really pretty ugly, and we've seen 300 jobs push in the last 3 weeks. We are forecasting revenue in April and May to be down anywhere from 30 to 50%, which is consistent with others in the industry. And because of that, we will likely burn close to $1 million in cash due to losses and our desire to preserve the payroll. The other thing is the military has postponed all discretionary moves until May 21st. So that obviously hurts revenue and profitability. So the good news is, and I want to emphasize this, that we're 2 months away from peak season. We do believe there will be a robust peak season. We're hoping that we see the boomerang effect that people are talking about, and we're hopeful that the stay-at-home stuff will go away in June. The economy will reopen, albeit gradually, and we'll see some pent-up demand. So under these crazy circumstances, we've obviously had to take extraordinary steps to manage our expenses and preserve cash. Payroll obviously being our largest expense. And so that kind of explains the 20% across-the-board wage cut that we implemented 3 weeks ago, which, by the way, is consistent with what our competitors are doing. But we're not laying anybody off, and our competitors, in some cases, are. So we're really taking steps to protect our balance sheet, conserve cash. And I want to emphasize this as well. We're really trying to minimize the duration of the across-the-board wage cut. And as soon as we are able, we will lift it. More to come on that. So today we submitted our application for emergency relief pursuant to the Paycheck Protection Program enacted by Congress last Friday. We're very optimistic that our application will be approved, and more importantly, the loan will be funded in the next 2 weeks. Now, because it's called the Paycheck Protection Act, one of the things you have to do to qualify for partial loan forgiveness is maintain your payroll. So assuming we get funded, we will immediately be lifting the 20% across the board wage cut. And because there's a period of 8 weeks where they look at your payroll, and you're required to maintain your payroll to qualify for any forgiveness. So the other thing we're doing is we're reducing the wage cut, the 20%, to hourly employees to 10%, because those hourly employees already had their hours reduced in January and February, and so this was essentially a double whammy for them. So we're doing that effective April 1st. Lastly, we are monitoring the paychecks of our straight commissioned crew members and salespeople, and we're communicating that we're prepared to offer short-term subsidies on an as-needed basis for the April 22, May 7, and perhaps even May 22 payrolls. Of course, that is subject to our success in achieving the forgiven loan under the Paycheck Protection Act that we, again, feel good about. The other thing we're doing is diversifying quickly into new alternative revenue streams that you've heard about in an effort to replace our legacy office moving business, which has been devastated, and our household goods business. So I'm really proud of the work of the sales team, Mike Griffin, Bill Jeffries, and their team members in creating new creative alternative revenue to replace the legacy stuff. Lastly, I want to recognize our very brave crew members and drivers who put themselves at risk to provide an essential service and put food on their families' tables, obviously. We just purchased a whole ton of lots of additional disinfectant cleaning supplies for all the trucks and for the crew members. And I just want to say that we really appreciate their service during these times. So on behalf of your executive leadership team, we just want to thank you all for your perseverance and your hard work during these incredibly difficult times. We will work through this together and emerge as an even stronger company positioned to prosper in the better days ahead. So thanks for listening and stay safe out there. Be well.